Right.
One more time. Hello everyone, this is ELENA GEORGIU. Welcome to my channel that brings you the latest news worldwide regarding abuse and trauma recovery. If you want to be my guest, I will be happy to welcome you to my channel. And today we have a special guest. She's a world pal sister of mine. Her name is Lisbeth. It's a pleasure to have you here, sister. Welcome to my channel.
Thank you so much, ELENA. It's a very great opportunity that you have given me. You're doing so wonderful work out there, and I really appreciate this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you too, sister. And I want you to introduce yourself, tell us who you are, from where you are, your abusive journey, and all the incredible work you're doing.
Thank you so much, ELENA. My name is Lisbeth, and I'm from Ghana. And like you rightly said, I have a rough journey that is gender-based violence. Once upon a time, I found myself in a relationship. Actually, it was a marriage to a total stranger, somebody that it was a different continent altogether. So Africa, I moved to Europe because of him. So, and it's so interesting, ELENA, that people that you tend to think that they will be there for you, they rather tend to be the opposite. Because at my time of the relationship, I was a little naive because he was older than me, like 10 years gap. But then I thought that's fine because the more the person is older, the more the person have experiences of how to handle you. I mean, like in relationship and marriage. So I thought he was my dad figure, and for that matter, would be able to handle me well. But then it wasn't as such. The situation was exact opposite. I moved to Denmark 2007. I quit my job, I quit everything, even my family down here. I said no, because I have moved with my husband. So, well, that is how it is planned, that you move in and that is it. The two flesh become one. So then I took that rough decision that I trusted this man to take care of me. But then it turned out the exact opposite, that it got so abusive and I was so traumatized. And it is a long story. But then to cut the story short, I think there are a lot of abusive women who are out there, the same with me. They're going through trauma. They are in a relationship that this man has cut down everything that they will not be able to reach. When it got worse, my own has to put a password on the phone, password on even television, the landline, you can't reach out. The cell phone, you can't reach out. And this person refused to give you money because he thinks that when you take that money, you go out and then you get information. And I was so locked up because the language, I was yet learning the language. And you are the only person, kind of, because I see myself as the only person because I was black and the middle of white. I'm not racial, but then because of language barrier, I was cut off. And immediately when he comes in and then explain, everybody accept him. Hooray, yes, he's the one saying the truth. He's the right person. But then when you come in to give your story, then it's like, oh, you taking advantage of him. And I said, like, seriously, I left my family and came down here. So who is taking advantage of the other? I came here, trusted that you should be the one to take care of me. So it got to some extent, he kicked me out of the house, did not want to see me, but because of my educational background, I had to look for shelter. I took the yellow book and I looked into the yellow book, and then there was a shelter somewhere that I have to move there while we process the separation, while we process the divorce. And then we did everything, even though it was not fulfilling that I wanted the divorce. Well, the legal aspect have to speak for him because he wanted it. And this is a situation where I was the only person. So it's not easy out there, ELENA. So this is roughly a small picture of what I went through. So all down to the story was that after everything, I had to return back because, well, there's no need staying there. And then I came back and I thought what I went through is an experience because currently I have come back here and I'm speaking for the voiceless. I'm speaking for women who are in similar situation. teen mothers who are in similar situation, single mothers who are in similar situation. And because of that, the passion was so much that I had to come up with an organization. Time Foundation Ghana is Teen in Mothers Foundation. Teen, the Teen in Mothers. Empowerment Foundation. So in short, it's Time Foundation Ghana. We take care of single parenting. We take care of young teen mothers who, one way or the other, drop out of the school, or something happened, a relationship didn't work, and then they have to resolve to be alone, single. So we establish such ones, we give them grants to do businesses. Those that are interested in going back to school, we try to establish them back to go and learn something. So basically, this is one of the things that I do. I also have my business enterprise, that is Lizzie's Ventures. And Lizzie's Ventures, we retail all kind of local cereals here, and we use the funding to also help as a grant for, the profit that we make from the business is also part as a grant for these teen mothers. I'm also a co-partner and ELENA Training Services. That is a training services that we organize physically in person and also online for anybody in any topic, any farming. We have snail, mushrooms, we have entrepreneurship, we have marketing, business coaching, a lot of things that we do. And then with my partners, we go, organization takes us to go and coach other participants that they pay us. And part of this money too, we also channel it into funding or giving grants to teen mothers. So basically, if you see me today, Global News with ELENA, this is my story.
Wow. You're doing some incredible things. They're very lucky down in Ghana with you, Lisbeth.
Thank you.
It's incredible. I want to ask you, do teen moms reach out to you? Is it easy for them, or they're afraid to come to seek help?
Yeah, thank you very much. That's a very nice question that you asked. No, it's one thing having the problem, and then another thing whether you are ready to speak about it. You know, because of cultural barriers, a lot of people think that they want to keep the story to themselves and find a way out. But then we have the few ones who also want to speak out because they can't keep quiet. Like the people like me, we will always blow the horn wherever we are. We complain and we shout and we seek for help. And then voila, somebody comes to our aid. So there are few ones that can confront me. I remember one of the women, I don't know whether I mentioned it to you, had 5 kids, gave birth with this man, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then suddenly this man have to sack and kick this woman with the kid out on the street because he thinks that he wants to bring another wife. And that is not the type of wife that. And I was like, seriously? So this man did this to you, but well, the reality is that these are things that happen. So this lady confronted me with the kids and they are seeking for shelter. So we are yet working on their case. So I would say that some come, but then others shy away, and then you hear it from somewhere. Then you try to go around the questioning, interview them kind of, and like, oh, how are you, your family, how are the kids? And then they burst out. They'll be like, oh, things are not working out. We are not there anymore. And then you take it from there, right?
Do you help them also in legal services by providing them some information? Because I think they will need legal service.
Yeah, we do all that. ELENA, we do all that. We do the legal services. This particular woman case, it was me who advised her to take the case to a sub-juvenile in Ghana. We call them Waju. Waju. They are there for the women. And I advised her to take the case to this particular sub-juvenile court so that they will attend to it. And so far, you know, we know that the justice system, the legal system is so bureaucratic that to some extent you feel so frustrated that nothing is being done about your case. But then I believe they are working on it, because the first time they came and they tried to negotiate with the man to rent a space for the woman, but then this man is so stubborn that he's not doing that. And then the woman have to go back and complain that they should intervene in her behalf. They did intervene, and yet he's stubborn, he's not doing that. So they decided that they will come and sell the house. So they'll give first notification, second notification, and then the third notification, then they will sell the house and share them the properties, the money, so that everybody will go and settle. So far, they said they have come and posted the first notification. So we are waiting for the second and subsequently the third, and we are hoping that something will come up. But then temporarily, for now, we are personally, Time Foundation, myself, Liz's Ventures, Lila's Training Services, we're trying to see, and to this, a lot of philanthropists out there, if you are listening, it's an opportunity. We are ready to give you more information about this particular person. We just want a shelter. It's not easy in Africa here. It's not easy at all to have 5 young kids. None of them is, I think the firstborn is just like 15 years. Can you imagine? So they are all minor. And this pressure is on the woman: feeding, accommodation, school fees, clothing, uniform, everything. It's not easy. So yeah, this is what is happening on the ground.
So you think if you had the opportunity to have the money and create a shelter, that means it will benefit a lot of women there. They will feel more safe to leave abusive relationships.
Thank you so much. Helena, it looks like you were reading my mind. It looked like you were reading my overview. What is your big goal? This is exactly my big goal. I have a big plan, a big vision, that one day we will move from Time Foundation and to come to a shelter state where we have a shelter. I mean, if it's even 10 rooms, we can start with 10 rooms. 10 rooms, then we say that if you are a woman and you are going through abuse, you don't want to stay in the marriage, we are ready to pick you in, handle all your cases until divorce, and even after divorce, try to establish you with a business so that you can start from somewhere. This is the big plan, actually.
Very good plan. If you had an opportunity to change something in this world, what would you want to change, Lisbeth?
That's also another interesting question. A lot of things in my mind to change, but I think I have to focus on some few. I think child abuse is number one. Child abuse, especially the girl child. You see that a child is up to a school-going age, and this child will not go to school. It's rather somewhere. It's child abuse. It's working to raise money for the parent. The parents even send them to go and stand on the street where they should be in school because they need to raise money. And then it comes to sexual and emotional abuse, another factor, child abuse. They take advantage of this young girl so badly. And sometimes you think if they have some sense of empathy or for such ones. If this daughter was yours, if this particular child was your child, and something like that happened to this child, will you be so happy? Will you be glad that this thing happened to you? If it is not, then you must not do it to somebody's child. And then gender-based violence. There are a lot of women there. The second is gender-based violence. I would like to change in this world. If I become the president of the whole world one day, this is what I'm looking forward to change.
I'm going to vote for you. I'm voting for you.
Gender-based violence will be a thing of the past. A lot of women are suffering in pain. Not even the physical beating. Somebody could use words to describe you that you think like you don't have a value. Your husband can rain insult on you, and you feel like when you are walking, you look like you are empty, you are not wearing any clothes, you are naked on the street. Emotionally, psychologically, it is an abuse. And then apart from that, it comes to the beatings. The beatings. If your husband is beating you and is treating you badly, and you are looking at me right now, watching this particular global news presented by ELENA, I think you should take an exit. Try to plan your exit plan. Try to put up an exit plan from today that after watching this video, you put up an exit plan. There's always a way out. Sometimes we are scared that when we leave, we don't get someone to take care of us. Even our shelter will become a problem. Food to eat will become a, who told you so? Maybe God is waiting for you out there to leave, and then he will execute his plan on you. Because he's restricting you. When you don't leave, you can't be able to have your organization to work and speak for this voiceless. Because you are under someone, how can you speak? He said, no, we don't do organization thing. You just a wife. I supply for you, I feed you, I clothe you, and I treat you anyhow. But then you said today, no, you are exiting because you didn't like this violent treatment. So you exit and you take that opportunity to be a voice for the voiceless. So these are the two major things, ELENA, I would like to change, and I emphasize that. If there's a well president and one day I, Lisbeth, become that well president, these are 2 points that I would like to change. Thank you.
I love it. Now, I want you to, as a closing message, I want you to send a message now to people and funders about your projects, because you have a vision, you have a big vision here, and you want to help for domestic violence, create a shelter, and many other things you want to do in this world. So let's close up. Give a message to the people and the funders that are listening to you. What do you want to ask them? What kind of help do you need to create this vision?
Thank you so much, ELENA. This is a very big platform, and I really appreciate that you gave me this opportunity. So founders, philanthropists, organizations, NGOs, institutions, individuals, I think we all work together, especially women leaders who are into these organizations. I know your passion for women is so big out there that you are ready to die for them. And if you are, I am requesting that you come and join, partner with me. Come in and sponsor. Come in and give grant for these innocent and so vulnerable women that are being treated. Let's protect them. It pains me when I see a woman crying, because we should not cry. No, any single drop of tears is worth it. So please, if you are listening to me, you are a philanthropy, you are an NGO, you are into funding, you are into supporting anything, either in cash or in kind, we welcome you to come and support us in partnership, in sponsorship, anything at all, we do welcome it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lisbeth. Thank you to our viewers for being here. And I want to say goodbye and see you in another edition. And thank you so much, Lisbeth.
Thank you so much
for joining me. Bye-bye, Lisbeth.
Bye-bye. Thank you.